All right, so I want to kind of go over this quiz and kind of debrief a few things. Results on the quiz weren't as great as I would have hoped, but I'm not surprised because this is obviously some kind of new territory we're venturing into, and some of you aren't probably putting in the time and effort that you need to be successful. So first and foremost, I want you to realize that this quiz looks just like the homeworks and things that led up to it. So if you weren't participating in your homework or, watching my videos or those kinds of things, you probably didn't do very well on it, and you made some mistakes. So that's the first thing I want you to kind of take note of. You need to definitely make sure that you prepare for the quiz. Second of all, I don't have you retake quizzes. So some of you are looking at a pretty not so great grade. So we have to fail forward. We have to learn from it. And let's go over the quiz, and then we'll talk about the grade. So stay tuned. You want to watch until the end of the video. So, all right, first and foremost, this number 1 says, write an algebraic expression. If you did the previous work and stuff, algebraic means it's going to have some variables in it. So a lot of you, for this first one, this expression, you didn't give me variables. All you gave me were some numbers, and that's not what an expression is. So it says the product of x and z. Well, product means multiplication, and then x and z are being multiplied. So you would write x times z. Now, many of you wrote x times z or x with z in parentheses or something like that. All of those are not needed. I did not mark them wrong, but a lot of times I wrote IBKN, and that means I'm a big kid now. So you're a big kid now. We don't need this. We don't need this. Parentheses. So cross those off. I'd like it XZ. Now, what you're going to do is plug in. That's what evaluate means. If you watched my video, you should have seen that. Evaluate, I like to call plug and chug. And so you are going to plug in 4 for x, and you're going to plug in 12 for z. And 4 times 12 is 48. That's all I was looking for, number 1. This and this. Again, if you watched the videos and did the homework, you should have been pretty successful. Number 2, it was obvious who watched videos and did homework because you knew what to do. Twice means 2 and times. Quantity means parentheses. I don't know how many of you missed that. Quantity means parentheses. And again, that's in my video on 1-1. X decreased, which is subtract, by 14. So this would be 2 parentheses x minus 14. That's what I was looking for. Now, when you evaluate it, you have 2 times, you're going to plug in x. Again, x was 4 minus 14. So you work in parentheses first. That's negative 10. And 2 times negative 10 is negative 20. Now, a few of you wrote this 2x minus 14 because you missed the whole quantity word. And I marked this part wrong. But if you solved this and did 2 times 4 minus 14, which would be 8 minus 14, which would be negative 6. If you got negative 6, even though you had this 2x minus 14, I gave you negative 6. I didn't mark it wrong because you did at least plug in and solve your equation correctly, even though you had the wrong equation. Okay, next one is simplify the expression. So simplify means, if you watch the video, find the answer. A lot of you left this totally not finished. So you're going to work in parentheses first. There's 2 sets of parentheses. So within the parentheses, you have 16 minus. You're going to plug in 12 times 2. And then you have 16 minus 12 times 2, which is 24. And 16 minus 24 is a negative 8. That's all there was to do there. But a lot of you stopped here. I'm not sure why, because simplify means give me the answer. Number 4, evaluate. Evaluate is just plug and chug. So you're going to plug in y as a negative 12 divided by 9. Now, here's where a lot of you made your mistakes. This is negative 12 times negative 12. If you put it into your calculator, you have to either put parentheses around it, or remember, when you're multiplying a negative times a negative, your result is always positive. So if this exponent is even, that means your answer is going to be positive when you have a negative base. So it's going to be 144 divided by 9. And 144 divided by 9, let's see, 9 goes into 144. I think 9 and then 50, that's 16 times. So your answer is 16. And then last but not least, evaluate, which means plug and chug. It says the absolute value of 6 plus 2m for m equals negative 7. So all they want you to do is put in negative 7 for m. So absolute value of 6 plus 2 times negative 7. So within here, you're going to do the multiplication. Absolute value of 6 minus 14, because 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. So that's negative 8. And when you take the absolute value of it, it would be 8. A lot of you forgot the absolute value. So you really need to look at these. You need to see what you did wrong. I did like this kind of marking right on your quiz. So check it out. And learn from your mistakes. Now, I said wait till the very end and I would talk about your quiz grade. I am willing this first time to allow you to drop this quiz grade. Because, like I said, this is all new. Some of you probably didn't do what you needed to prepare, so now you know moving forward. So you may drop this quiz grade if you prefer. But what I need from you is either some kind of message, an email, so either in an email or on this quiz in Google Classroom. I need you to give me a little note, a little line that says, Mrs. Smith, please drop this quiz grade for me. Now, I don't want to drop it for everybody because some of you got a great grade, so there's no sense of you dropping it. So you have that choice. If I don't hear from you, either in an email or a note in Google Classroom on this quiz, I will count this grade for you. So I guess we'll see who watched this video to the very end and wants to excuse their quiz grade. Okay. Talk to you soon.